Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. So, this is going to be a silly one because I decided to do this video because I kept getting questions. What does the word Doujank mean? Well, Doujank is not a word, obviously. It's something that I made up. It doesn't actually exist. But it does have a real meaning, and it does have a real purpose in a sentence, and maybe by the end of this you'll learn something. So let's define it, right? So Doujank, noun. A word that is used to replace any noun in a sentence by using the context of the sentence to determine the meaning. If you're not aware of what that means, it's pretty simple, and I can give you some examples. It's not too difficult to understand. Basically, what this means is that when you make a sentence, when you structure a sentence, it has a meaning, right? It is pointing towards something. Like if I were to pick up this controller and I were to say, I can't play my Nintendo Switch right now because I don't have the Doujank. The context of the sentence talks about the Nintendo Switch, right? So the Nintendo Switch has to be played. What do you need to play the Nintendo Switch? You need a controller to play the Nintendo Switch. So I have replaced the word controller with Doujank. You can do this with anything. You can say, oh man, I really have a headache. Do you have the Doujanks? Which is the migraine medicine. Or you could say, oh man, I was going to the bathroom earlier and we didn't have any Doujanks left in there and I had to wipe my butt with my shirt. Doujanks is, in that case, referring to toilet paper. It's just a fun way to replace a word with something else so that you have to use the context of the sentence to determine the meaning. And it's actually a very good way to do things because, quite honestly, if you learn how to identify words, their meaning, by the context of the sentence, a lot of the times you will have a much better understanding of the English language in general. And it's a kind of a fun little mini game that you can do with yourself on a regular basis. Just simply replace any word with another word. And it doesn't matter because the sentence determines the meaning of the word, not the word determines the meaning of the word. Like, for instance, dog obviously means dog, right? But if I were to put dog in a sentence where it doesn't belong, it wouldn't really seem right, but the contents of the sentence would kind of make you understand what I'm talking about. Luke Skywalker flew to another galaxy. He took his dog with him. By dog, I'm referring to R2-D2, because obviously he didn't take a dog with him. He took R2-D2 with him. So the context of the sentence determines the meaning of the word. And yes, obviously dog does not mean R2-D2. It's the wrong word. Doujank, however, has no meaning. And that is kind of like the main thing about the word. It does not actually have any meaning whatsoever. So the meaning of the word is directly derived from the context of the sentence. And hopefully that has explained to you Doujank and why I say Doujank all the time and why I have fun using Doujank. Because in my mind, I am creating contextualized communication. It is where I create a specific context and don't put the word in there so that you have to figure it out. As always, thanks for watching and keep watching.